So why history? Well, the main thing is, if you love GCSE, you'll love A-level. These topics and the depth that they go into, it's a well-respected qualification. A history A-level on your CV means you've worked really hard to a really high level and developed skills that can be used in any jobs. We analyse and we evaluate information every lesson, we research information every lesson, and we use it to write in detailed answers and well-reasoned arguments and come to well-substantiated conclusions. These are things that all employers and careers, when you leave college, will require. The expectations for learning are the same as they are for all courses at the college. Attendance and punctuality are key. It's particularly because there's a lot of content in history that we have to fit into 2 years. So if you miss work, it's really important that you catch up with it. And that links into being independent and taking responsibility for your own learning. It means meeting deadlines and working to the best standard you possibly can to give you the knowledge and the confidence to participate in class discussions and group activities, but also that you're well prepared for writing your essays and that you're well prepared for your exams and you know how to answer the questions and you know what to put into the answers as well. The course is brand new this year. We're going to do the Tudors and we're going to do Russia. The Tudors you might have studied at GCSE, but we're going to do this in a different way. It's a thematic study, so it takes the whole period and we look at how themes have changed over time. So it could be the power of the monarchy or religion or society. And Russia is, if you've done the Nazis for GCSE, you'll love this. It's similar. It's about revolution and the rise of Stalin and dictatorship and how Russia became a totalitarian state. So really, really interesting topics. You just do the 2 exams. Each exam has 1 source-based question on and 2 essays. You get to pick those 2 essays from a choice of 4. And we'll do lots and lots of preparation for those and lots of revision because they're at the end of the course. So at the end of the 2 years, you'll be tested on everything that you've learnt in year 1 and year 2. We also do coursework. Now this is totally different from GCSE. You won't have done coursework for that, and this makes up 20% of our final grade. We're all going to do the topic of the witch craze, but you can set your own question and you can decide whether you're going to focus on Britain or whether you're going to do the witch craze across the whole of Europe. So you've got to research on your own independently, and you've got to write 3,000 to 4,500 words on why there was a peak in accusations of witchcraft during this time. So what was it about this time that meant there were more witch trials than any other time in history? And you've got to find 3 different viewpoints on this and analyse them and come to your own conclusion about which interpretation is the most valid. So the different interpretations could be it was because of religion, because of social control, it was a gender issue, it's misogyny, or was it money? So you've got to find historians who put forward those viewpoints and you've got to weigh them up against each other with the knowledge that you find to explain which one is the most valid and why. Most students are quite daunted by this. They think that that's a lot of words to write and this is a big task, and it is, but by the end of it and by the time you've spent doing it, I think you'll be cutting words out. Most students are editing the work and they have too much research, and they what can you expect in a typical history lesson? Pretty similar to what you do at GCSE. Lots of different activities, group work, pair work, independent work, research, reading, note taking, presentations and lots of practice and preparation for exams through timed assessments in lessons, lots of discussion, lots of debates, so very similar to what you'll have been doing in year 11. And hopefully we'll be able to do some visits. We'll definitely be able to go to Hull University and go and have a look in their library at the huge amount of books and articles and journals that they've got for our coursework, and lots of primary materials in there as well which we can use. And hopefully we'll get to see some Tudor sites. There's Bett and Agnes Hall nearby, and there's also Hampton Court Palace and the Tower of London if we can go, which would be really nice to see them in the flesh. These things we cover on in the Tudor topic, so it'd be really nice to go and see these things for us. This is Shauna. She was an ex-history student. She's been doing some work experience with us last year, and she kindly put this together so you could get an idea of what it's like. She's been through what you're going through. She's been in your position, and she finished her A-levels at Wilberforce, and now she's just finished her degree at Hull University. So, and she honestly believes that the skills and the guidance that she got throughout the course at Wilberforce helped her to do. These are some of the things in your position that she was worried about. She said that she thought that the work would be too difficult to understand and she wouldn't be able to organise her work properly. But and that the coursework is really daunting. But she said as long as you keep your work separate and you go at a steady pace and you keep up to date with everything and you start researching early, then take it week by week, then that'll take the stress off from cramming it all in at the end. She said, again, she was worried that she might not know how to revise for her exams and that she didn't know how to answer the new types of essay questions, but there's plenty of past papers and plenty of practice papers in lessons and mock exams and assessments to get you well prepared for that, so you know exactly what to expect when you sit the exam. These are the things that she particularly feels that she got out of learning history at Wilberforce: a depth of knowledge, how to pass and excel exams, how to write essays, and the transferable skills that she could use for other courses that she did and in a future career: academic writing, teamwork, research, organising a project, revision skills. They're all things that will come in handy in any job that you do, and things that you can write on your CV and things that will be well respected by any future employers or any courses that you go on to do.